Okay, hello everybody. I'm back again. Today is Wednesday, August the 10th, and this is my podcast, Spiritual Sense, as well as YouTube channel, Spiritual Sense. And in this podcast, as well as YouTube channel, I'll go over topics in regards to the paranormal, occult, supernatural. So I speak on things such as reincarnation, out of body experiences, soul travel, third eye opening, hauntings, curses, to name a few. Pagan belief systems and practices such as Wiccan witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, Santeria, agnosticism, atheism. And I'd like to start off by saying that this podcast, as well as this YouTube presentation, is for entertainment purposes. That means you come here because you have an interest in those topics, okay? So I just did a recording on reincarnation. I probably should have combined the two to give my account of what your reincarnation is versus spiritual renewing. And so I am on a website, and to give you an example as to what my definition is of spiritual renewing, and then we're going to go over some ways that you can renew the spirit, okay? So, um, okay, first off, we're going to reincarnation is well, from my perspective, is energy that has transitioned over to another time and space that repurposes itself or remanifests itself back into this time and space. That's what reincarnation is. So, do I believe that spirit of a person could come back in the form of an animal, a cat, or whatever the case may be? Possibly. But we're going to focus on spiritual renewing. So with spiritual renewing, I feel as though spiritual renewing, renewal is when someone has been in a event or have had a series of events, particularly traumatic events or life altering events that they build strength from, and then renews the spirit to a whole different person. So oftentimes when you have people that have experienced personality changes, it may appear as though it's a total different person, like a total different person. This is spiritual renewing. The person has been renewed in another a higher sensibility and inclination has transpired is what I'm getting at. And give me just a moment. I'm going to upload my video of my last podcast. So give me just one moment while I do so. So again, I am on a website where it mentions about ways to renew the spirit, and how you can receive a spiritual renewing. And if you go through these things, what things you can do um, in return in terms of spiritual renewing. That means, say for instance, if you're someone who was battling some demons, drug addiction, alcohol addiction, food addiction, to name a few. Someone that was a domestic violence victim or some type of victim. In order to renew your spirit, this is 10 ways that you can do so. So it says go on a retreat. You want to take out some time, whether it's a day trip or over the weekend trip or whatever the case may be, to connect with people. Perhaps some there are some spiritual retreats that you can go on where you may formulate a group or some type of club, and you could reflect on how you are able to battle or overcome whatever demons that you're battling. Okay. Be of service. So of course, being of service, you want to what? Volunteer as much as you can, whether it be at a hospital, nursing home, skilled nursing facilities, personal care homes, church. I mean, there's a community centers there's a number of things you can do if you need to commit some time and help building the spirit and spirit renewing. Because being in healthcare, there are a number of facilities that really and truly need helping hands. Immerse yourself in nature. So if you're someone, want to get off into gardening, get off into gardening, plants, get off into plants and things of the sort, connect with nature. If you just go to the park and lay in the grass and just smell the good breeze, of the wind, and just connect with earth and mother nature. Start a new morning ritual. So, that could be something as simple as, a new skincare routine starting off. Drink you some tea to jumpstart your day. A morning workout, a jog, a walk, yoga, Pilates, whatever would tickle your fancy to help with building of the spirit, spiritual renewing. Observe a Sabbath. So as we know, Sabbath being what, the seventh day, which will be considered Saturday, in some belief systems. Take out a day to where you could just make this your day. This is my spiritual day. I'm not going to do any work. I'm not going to cut off all tablets, phone, external distractions, and commit your time to yourself and your higher being, to building of your spirit. Because oftentimes God will give us inclination on those days, but we have to remove distractions away from us so we're able to what? Receive. Read a spiritual text. So this can be spiritual related self-help books. It don't necessarily have to be the Bible or the Holy Bible, or it be the Quran. I mean, it could be a number of biblical related texts to help building of the spirit. Affirmations, if you want to get off into even writing affirmations or chants or whatever the case may be. Find a teacher or mentor. So, there are some teachers and mentors out there, spiritual advisors. I mentioned about Reiki healing. Take up there are some master Reiki healers who can certify you into this practice. And this is something that I'm looking to get into in the near future. Many people may refer to that as mind over matter, but guess what? It's better than not doing anything at all. Okay, so we have 8. Eat a clean diet and refrain from drinking alcohol. So this is a part of detoxification yourself, eliminating alcohol, meat, or sugar from your diet as a gesture towards elevating your vibration and brightening your energy body. Because your body is your temple, taking care of your physical and energetic system will undoubtedly bring you closer to an object of your prayer. So you want to what? Have clarity of divine communication with God. And that starts by what? Taking care of your temple, drinking plenty of water. Water is what? A life force that connects us with God. People may think this is cliche and don't want to hear that. Okay. It doesn't hurt to try. If you haven't been trying, it doesn't hurt to try. Sometimes it does hurt. I'll be honest about it. When you used to, and your body has been addicted to eating certain types of foods, it is hard to let those foods go. So I say, don't just abruptly stop them. I say moderation, cut back on it. Moderation. Take a new class again, and the Reiki healing, yoga classes, meditation classes, even apart from just that, if you do some, you know, continuing education courses at your local technical schools or vocational schools, anything that can build the character, build the self-esteem. Journal your gratitude. So you want to journal the things that help build your self-esteem, the things that was helpful with mind, body, and spirit. And then it may be a time later on where you may fall off the wagon, and then you go back and look at your journal, and you may get new ideas, things that you have forgot about. Oh yeah, I remember when I wrote this down in regards to I did this and it helped and it worked. So that's basically what spiritual renewing is. Spiritual renewing is renewing this body. It's a defense mechanism to bring the body back to some sense of normalcy, particularly when there has been some adverse events or unfavorable events that has happened in your life. And this is your way of coping and bringing yourself to some sense of normalcy, okay? So I am going to conclude this episode on spiritual sense, speaking about spiritual renewing. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, you have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.